Might be live. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
there
Here
is
we
the
are.
red
Now
dots.
we
Yeah.
are live. Fantastic. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. This is the season 2 of the World Sports Chiropractic Chat Show here on Fix Facebook. We have gone live, we have upgraded and gone all techie and whatever you want to call it. But welcome regardless. And it's going to be an amazing season of all sorts of cool stuff. And today I have an absolute distinct pleasure of introducing Dr. Christian Calvert from Sweden. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good man. Yeah. You?
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Can't beat January in England. That's the thing.
Well, we got minus in Sweden, so it's nice. It's proper winter in the south even.
Oh yeah, there you go. You guys got snow and all sorts, have you?
Well, the last couple of 3 days we have snow, so but it's reasonably winter.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, no, I can only dream of snow at the moment. The here sort of West London is the least
Yeah.
snowy place in the world. But I hear everybody else is lucky though, just not us.
Yeah.
What can we say? And it's another lockdown, hey, in the UK. So hence we're back on the chat show bandwagon. It seems to be a
Yeah. Nice.
lockdown thing for us. Yeah. Seems I got nothing else to do, right?
No, exactly.
Good. So hey, listen, you know what? We're not going to even go to all the unpleasantness that is going on in the world. That's way too depressing. So we're going to focus
Yeah,
on all
enough
the
of that.
fun stuff. Yeah, we're going to talk about unicorns and fairies and all these kind of fun things anyways.
Brilliant.
So yeah, exactly. So hey, what about sports chiropractic, right? I mean,
Yeah, good stuff.
you've been involved in that for a little while, doing all sorts of amazing thing at your end.
Well, yeah, with regarding to sports chiropractic or just the field in general.
Well, I mean, what's your involvement currently?
Currently, I've actually, well, just before this Corona crap started, I changed practices. So I closed my
Oh
practice
yeah.
where I've been practicing for over 10 years. And
Wow.
I joined forces with an old colleague of mine in my neighboring city. Um,
Okay, cool.
and that clinic is based in a large sports arena, around 15,000 square meters or something like that. It's
Wow.
very big. So the idea was obviously to be a little bit more sports affiliated, and I've been trying to do a fix for a couple of years now, but I've never gotten time to do it basically with kids and clinic, and you know how it is.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. I know exactly how it is.
yeah. But then this year, with starting a new practice, it opened up a lot of time,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, it's going to be now or it's going to be never.
Yeah.
So I signed up for the course. Can't remember exactly now, but it was pretty much as Corona hit, so maybe March, something like that. And yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're working your way through the ICSC course now. That's amazing.
Yeah, the
And
new one. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, give you guys a little bit of background here. So, Christian and I actually we started our chiropractic journey together. So, we started as fresh rookies, newbies in AECC in Bournemouth in September 2002,
That's
and
it. Yeah.
this man pretty much held my hand all the way through uni and
I
made
obviously.
sure I was all right.
Yeah. You held mine on the other end, so that was
Yeah,
comforting.
exactly right. So yeah, so obviously, personally, I've been involved for a little while, and funny enough, we've been kind of leading parallel lives in many ways. But I kind of beat you to the sports chiro side a little bit by
You
a few
did.
years.
Yeah, you did definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely. But now you're catching up, and you're doing the new and upgraded ICSC course, which I'm actually really interested in hearing your take on what it's like, and give us a bit of a lowdown of how you've been getting on with it all.
Yeah, so obviously I can't do any compare and contrasts because I haven't done the old format, but the new format it's very good. I like the way you can just log in and log off, and it's a step-by-step process basically. And it always, that you got these boxes to tick in every course, and every course is basically brought down to either minutes or how many hours it's going to take you, so beforehand how long you'll be in front of the computer. So if you got 30 minutes to watch a sports chiro talking about something, then you do those 30 minutes, and then you go and do something else. So it's very it fits into any agenda basically. And
that sounds really good.
Yeah, and it's a good mix between video clips and interactive stuff, and a lot of text as well to read. And then you do a short false what's it called again? Negatively marked.
Bit of a quiz.
A bit of a quiz at the end, negatively marked usually. But it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's 13 years since we graduated, so I was a little bit like, okay, how much is this going to be totally new and just. But I still got a little bit of mojo, I think. I remember a lot of. You get a lot of flashbacks from Alan Tyler's lectures and stuff like that. It's all good.
No, excellent. And how do you find in terms of the depth of the subject matter? Do you find that it's covered in adequate detail, or how do you feel?
Well, obviously that's always difficult when you put a course together. You know, how much information do you need, and you obviously want a bit on the plus side than on the negative side. So you always get a bit more than less, I would imagine, if you put a course together. But I find it's clinically relevant. It's mostly good information, not too in depth. I mean, reasonably for a clinician. So yeah, I think it's good. Reasonably,
fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you find that you've been you putting all that knowledge to practice as well? You've been working through some of the techniques that you've been taught and applying those in your clinical setting?
A little bit, yeah. One thing that really came to that was helpful straight away was basically the first course being head injury and concussion and facial trauma, because that pretty much co-in-lined with me signing up my hometown's hockey team.
Yes.
So I became their team chiropractor at pretty much the same time that I did the course.
Amazing.
And there was a few pretty good pointers in that course that was new to me. So that was helpful. It was good.
Yeah, I have to say, I did the head injury model as well relatively recently, because that was only I think, hold on, it was launched maybe, was it last year or a year before? So it's also quite a new addition. And obviously, those people who are watching who may have the old ICSSP qualification, so get on it, do the head injury module so you can upgrade your qualification to the new ICSC, which is what you actually need to have to be able to be fixed recognized and to go and work on the games and basically be all fully legit. So the head injury module is super important for everybody, and you don't have to buy the whole course. It's just that module, as far as I know. So that's really quite important. Yeah.
So far I've done 3 modules, and that's probably, I mean, that's the best one out of the 3 that I've done so far.
Most useful, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a few bits in there. I was looking at the head injury module, and I remember when we first did all the concussion stuff, I found it very perplexing. But actually, this time it was a lot better laid out, I found. So it was a lot more sort of, call it user friendly, maybe. Yeah. Or at least I was able to understand it more clearly, which is good.
Yeah, but it's good, and it's step by step pretty much, and clinically relevant, and it's you get some good tools to use.
Yeah. And then so you got a few more modules to go until you get your fully fledged qualification and that.
Yeah, there's 10 in total, so I'm almost done with the 3rd one, so I got another 7 to go. So
good man. And you've done one of the hands-on modules as well, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of years back I did.
Yeah,
back in 2017, I've said a lot of times during these 13 years that I'm going to do a fix. And 2017 was probably when I really, put the hammer down. Like, this is it. I did the course, and then I didn't do anything else because I didn't have any time.
Yeah.
So, but now 2020, I think this is it. So we'll see how far it reaches this time. But I think this is it. This is definitely it.
Well, you paid the money.
I
So
have,
you might, so you might as well, rock on and do it now. There's no excuses
definitely.
almost. Absolutely right. No, there you go. So in terms of your sort of future ambitions and things with Fix, are you looking to go and come and help us out in the games and stuff like that, or is this more for your own sort of own comfort in treating ice hockey players and whatnot?
Both. I've been to a few sport gigs, local ones, and within like 100 kilometers from where I live over the years. But I've never gone abroad. Time issue again. But the kids are getting bigger, and time is slowly opening up a little bit. So I'm open to go to big sport events as well. I think it's probably better to do it now anyway. When we first graduated, we knew everything, didn't we? And then first year we realized that maybe we don't know everything, but we know quite a bit. And then 5 years into it, you realize, okay, I didn't know that much. And now 13 years into it, so I realized I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. So I think it's now probably a good time to teach a little bit of experience.
Absolutely. And I think, I really respect the fact that you have, now 13 years after qualifying, you have decided to get back on the school bench and actually pick up another qualification, pick up some more skills and refresh all the stuff you already knew, and with the, of course, the knowledge of what you don't know. So that's going to be a lot more helpful in its own right. So that's absolutely amazing. And there's few people I know I've spoken to over the last couple of years who've been umming and ahhing about this kind of stuff. And so what do you reckon? What's your message to these people? Is it a definite thumbs up for Fix, or is that
definitely. Always when you start something new, the first step is always the hardest. You and me have done a lot of long distance athletics, like triathlons and biking and swimming and stuff like that. It's the same there basically. If you want to do something which is out of your comfort zone, the first step is going to be the hardest, and you always find these things that with kids and family and time and blah blah blah, all these things. But the course is, if you take 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, you can take whatever time you want basically. So it's not that much of a time issue actually. You if you got 30 minutes on a Monday, you can do 30 minutes. That's it.
Yeah.
If you want to do 4 hours, then you do 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And I suppose there's a perfect marriage here, when it comes to Ironman triathlon and Fix ICSC course, because if you're going to be sitting on a turbo trainer for a couple of hours, you might as well just go through a couple of lectures and listen to some. There you go.
Definitely.
So yeah, we had to get the Ironman stuff in there, didn't we? It's all,
obviously,
yeah. No, we can't pass that opportunity by. No, absolutely right.
It's a cult.
No, good. Sorry?
It's a cult. It's a sect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A proud member of a cult.
That's it.
There you go. But hey, listen, man. In terms of so the sports chiropractic in Sweden, what's the becoming all serious for a minute? But what's the position there?
We're gaining grounds. That's pretty much the position. A couple of years back, we didn't have an association. You had a couple of guys which were really good at doing their own thing, but there was nothing with any affiliation to anything. And then Martin Isaksson came home 5 years ago, maybe. I can't remember really, but something like that. And he he's the spider in the web pulling everything together, and I think the association is growing, and it's positive. But I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
absolutely.
lot of work to be done, obviously, because the medical field and the sports field are a little bit unaware of us, sadly.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably the situation globally, really.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
we still considered definitely an alternative, potentially even a fringe kind of thing. But I think we're banging the drum and making noise. So bit by bit, getting more recognition everywhere. And
yeah.
funny you should say that about Martin. I'm sure he's he's kind of, I think he knows everybody,
Pretty much, yeah.
and everybody pretty much knows Martin. It's one of those things you can't really escape escape Martin
Well,
these days.
he sucks you in.
Yeah, maybe there's that. But no, I mean, what a lovely guy though, and such a depth of knowledge when it comes to all these things. Um, I was just on the Spain seminar
Mm.
on online portion a while ago. I was listening to Martin deliver his stuff on taping and some of the fascial release things, and man, that guy can talk.
Yeah.
Goodness me. And he presents very well as well, doesn't he? So
Yeah. Yeah.
full marks. Absolutely
No,
amazing stuff.
he's a good role model for the association, definitely.
No, absolutely right. And who else have you got your neck of the woods? Per Liedefeld is still involved, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And then you got or you put him on the spot now with names. Henrik Henrik Højgaard.
Oh yes. I remember Henrik.
He's an
Well, hi
old
to
dog as
Per and
well.
Henrik as well, in case you're watching.
In case you're watching, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a few of them, but there's maybe a handful of 10 in the country, I would say.
Who are a bit
But
more active, hey?
yeah.
Mm.
But the most, I mean, Per Liedefeld, Henrik, and Martin, those are the top three, I would say. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm forgetting someone now. Sorry, but on the top of my head, being put on the spot, those are the three names that comes to mind.
No, we'll issue a public apology later in case we forgot anybody.
Yeah.
No, absolutely no. It's funny. Yeah, I met Per and Henrik when I went to the CSIT games a couple of years ago, and that was absolutely an amazing experience. And watching these guys do their thing and learn, and I still considered myself quite young and in a way a rookie in the game, at that point, and it was absolutely amazing. And the really the atmosphere there in the amongst the Chiros going to these games, it was absolutely brilliant. And of course, we had other rock stars there like Tom Greenway from UK and
Right, yeah.
whoever else, and Rene Fascia from Denmark. He was there, and we had a real superstar team there. It was really cool just having that experience of working with these guys and girls, of course, and learning tricks of the trade and picking up little bits and tips and pointers along the way. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And also managed to get myself adjusted.
That's it.
Always goes down a treat, really, that.
Definitely. Friday, Saturday, Sunday adjusted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, getting properly adjusted instead of just walloped on the back end of a busy clinic,
Yeah.
No,
Definitely.
it's good.
But the courses coming up is one thing that I'm really looking forward to, because when I did the upper limb course 3 years ago, I mean, you get a lot of good hands-on experience, tips and tricks, not just the, this is how it's done, blah, 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 but a lot of this is how the experience of 20 years or whatever tells you to do it. I think that was a good format as well.
No, absolutely. And that's I suppose it has been a fixed thing for a long time, sending international teachers to these hands-on seminars and hands-on modules, because you guys had Tim Stark, didn't you? And who else? Yeah,
Tim Stark, Martin, and there was a physio, I think, I can't remember his name, doing the taping stuff. I can't remember his name now, but it was a very good course. I can highly recommend it. And Tim Stark is brilliant. I mean, that was my first encounter with him, but brilliant.
Oh, absolutely. No, and now obviously, Tim is still involved with the teaching, and he's taken a little bit of a backseat in some of the other bits with Fix, but yeah, he's still very much involved, which is great for us. Great asset to have.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah. So now, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I think we have quite a few people who have signed up for the ICSC course, or funny enough, during the whole lockdown thing and that, but now we need to start getting the hands-on modules rolling, which fingers crossed we can start getting those rolling this year.
Yeah,
because otherwise we're going to be otherwise we're going to be really busy.
Everyone at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, we're actively putting together, I think it's 12 hands-on seminars where we have planned for this year. Remains to be seen how many exactly of those we can run, but that's the plan. We're trying to meet the demand globally. So I don't know if there's one for Sweden this year, but I'm sure there's plenty of opportunity to jump in.
Yeah, there will be, definitely.
Yeah. And knowing Martin, he'll probably with the home court advantage, he'll probably try and wrangle one to Sweden as well.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. But actually, funny enough, it's I did both of my modules in Lausanne in Switzerland, and
all right,
yeah, it was great to actually go abroad and I suppose get away from home for a few days and but actually just get that international experience and flavor for a lot of people came from all over, for those seminars as well. So that was great to just for the networking side and the social side as well.
Yeah, it's always nice to come away for a few days, and it's always nice on so many levels.
Oh, absolutely right. So hey, what's your coolest sports chiro story?
My coolest sports chiro story.
But every sports chiro has stories, so I'm really going to put you in the spot now. Come up with a cool story.
Well, a cool story could maybe be, I like feet. I know you're a feet guy as well. I'm probably not on your level, but I like feet. And I had this guy who came in, a volleyball player, a couple of years back, jumping a lot, obviously, and hurting his foot. And he's been, through the proper channels because he had a lot of swollen ankle and stuff like that. So he went through the proper channels, got an MRI, nothing on that. Physios and doctors pretty much scratching their necks, going, "You're just a strain, just wait it out." And he waited for a couple of weeks, and game time, he was really stressed, and came to see me because I was working quite closely with the physio of the volleyball team at the moment, and his foot was, proper restricted, talar crural wise, and this guy basically wobbled in with crutches because he had a lot of pain, and the adjustment was one of those, chiropractors in between, now the patients aren't listening, you don't always get that super crack where everything just goes unicorns and rainbows and stuff like that. But this guy really, it was like breaking a stick, and you could see his eyes just going like that. You almost get a little bit scared sometimes, but you could just tell that thing really went. And as he walked up, it was, some of those things is just really nice to see him coming on crutches in, pretty much running out. And he was doing his game a couple of days later. And then the team, Falkenberg Volleyball Stars, they took I think it was their third Swedish champion title. So that was nice to be a part of that. That was something that just came on the top of my head, but I don't know if it was my coolest chiro story, but it was something that I thought of as you asked me.
No, that's an amazing story. And it's funny, actually, you bring up feet and that, because oftentimes those get neglected by a lot of medical professional physios and even chiropractors. They don't really give them the attention they deserve. But Yeah, no, I pay
Yeah,
a lot of attention, and I spend a lot of time sorting out people's feet. Sometimes more
yeah,
pleasant, sometimes it's a bit less pleasant.
less pleasant. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there you go. But no, you know what? My coolest sort of foot story actually. It happened in my very first Ironman race. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but so I dealt a bit of a pain in my right foot when I was riding towards the end of the bike ride, and thought nothing of it, and nothing I could do about it at the time. So I got to transition, and as I got off the bike, it was like my foot just exploded in pain, and I thought, uh-oh, we got a marathon to hobble through here. So
Yeah,
what to do
that'd be
now?
nice.
Yeah. So, I was kind of clutching my bike, getting to my bag and that, and I thought, this is not going to be good. But anyway, so then it was that kind of, come on, lad, you're a sports car, you know what to do. And I just took my shoe off and started wiggling my foot and realized that there's a couple of bones that were a bit stuck, mainly the cuboid, and I didn't have anything with me, so all I could do was put a thumb on it and smack it as hard as I could,
Oh, yeah,
and it was that kind of
the
that
old smack
rainbows
and
and
go.
unicorns. Yeah, it was rainbows and unicorns and fairy dust, kind of release, and that kind of thing. And
Nice.
walked out of transition and then ran the marathon. It was no problem since. So
Yeah.
it comes in handy knowing these skills actually.
Well, feet. I mean, feet is one of those things that's really nice to. Um, I mean, even if they don't have any type of symptoms, and you adjust their feet, and the first thing they do as they're standing on them, they're just going tiptoeing, and just going like, "What the hell did you do?"
Yeah.
It's always a nice reaction.
Oh, absolutely. It's such an instant change,
Yeah, I
isn't it?
mean, a lot of the times you don't have to explain to them what you did because they just feel that whatever you did was amazing. So just keep on doing it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly right. And of course, when you start looking at it, the biomechanics and whatnots, how the feet affect the rest of the structure and the frame,
yeah,
um, that'll be a lot more covered of course, in the appropriate ICSC modules as well as the hands-on module then later on. So,
yeah, that would be interesting.
there'll be a lot of cool practical skills coming your way then, and
Yeah, nice,
whoever else is interested. Absolutely.
definitely.
No, that's really cool, man. Um, Listen, you know what? We're getting near on time, and that's gone real quick, hasn't it?
Ah, that's a
Blimey,
half an
that's
hour
just
almost. Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much half an hour. We're more or less through. Well, do you know what? I reckon what we'll do is we're probably going to call it here, and always leave the audience wanting a little bit more, right? That's, I
Yeah.
suppose, is one of the first lessons, But it's been absolutely amazing having you on the show. Thank you, Christian, for
No
joining
worries,
us.
buddy.
And no, we'll probably bring you along for a little update once you finish your course and get a bit more of an update on that then.
Yeah, I'll be happy to share my experience with all the other fathers and chiropractors out there with no time.
Yeah, exactly right. No, brilliant. Hey, thank you, my friend, for your time. Really appreciate it. And listen, we'll catch up soon.
No worries. Nice to see you, buddy.